somehow managed to reduce the flow rate slightly of the water leak.
Yeah.
So it's not jetting out of the ground anymore like it was. Now it's more of a bubbling up. But we still have water, and our water pressure is good. Well, it's lower, but it's good. It's adequate. So, but it's interesting because you can see down now into the hole. They sort of dug around.
Oh, they actually did a little dig.
Well, so they just, I think they just kind of moved away. And so you can see the little junction. You can see the turnoff box.
Yeah. But there's no meter down there.
No. The meter's in our house.
I see, and that's what I was thinking. And if the water isn't going through that meter,
they can't charge us.
They can't charge you. See,
we're not paying for it.
See, that's the difference between up here where the meter is actually at the turnoff valve.
Oh.
And that's why they were trying to nail me for $1,200, and then I negotiated them down to about $700 some dollars. But
at least, yeah.
But I got thinking about this thing, and I thought, well, where are the water meters, and all the houses I own, well, the two houses I own in Columbus, and then that apartment I lived, and I said, they were all after the main shut-off valve in the house. So, I thought, there's no way they can rationally charge these folks for stuff. Oh,
yeah, so we're not paying for the leak. We're paying for the repair.
Oh, well, of course you're paying for repair. Yeah. And it's not going to be that bad. Trust me. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing?
Nose? No.
So are you videoing me without my consent?
Well, just for the last few moments about this water thing.
Nose?
So
I'm anticipating a $700 to a $1,500 bill. We'll see, somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah, and I think the $1,500 is going to be on the high side because it's not going to take that long.
Are we sure? Because the man told me $1,500 to $2,500.
Well, that will be why we won't use that.
Where's your leak is close to obviously the main.
Our leak is on the city's easement. It's right at the little junction where they have the.
Okay, well, so they're not going to have to dig up your entire yard looking for the leak.
No,
they know
where the leak is.
They know where the leak is. Yeah. So that's basically sometimes 60% of the battle. So
it's still considered on their side of the.
No, it's on
on our side of the
curb box.
Yeah, it's but they can't be billed for it, and they're not going to get a $1,200 bill for water that's been flowing for 2 weeks undiscovered.
What this guy wants to do is he wants to use the newfangled method where instead of digging a trench from the house all the way to the leak.
Well, he shouldn't have to.
What he wants to do is
he just needs to splice the thing with a connector.
No, he wants to jack it.
You can't. No.
Yes, you can.
It's not the way it works. They've got to replace the whole line.
No, they don't. 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 No, they don't.
If you let me finish, I'll explain why.
Yeah, but before you explain why, I'll tell you why.
All right.
There are these brass connectors that will put these lines together stronger than a nuclear bomb could blow out.
The line running into our house is a galvanized line.
Yeah.
Which you're not allowed to use anymore.
Oh, it's a code thing. The code assholes will screw you.
They're not allowed to repair or do anything with the galvanized line, so they have to replace the whole line.
Well, it's a code asshole problem. Right. Okay. So, I stand corrected.
So what this guy wants to do is they've got this situation where they can dig a hole where the leak is, and they can dig a hole where the house is, and they can run the new line, which is actually smaller than the old line.
Yeah.
And they've got this tool that actually splits the old line in half.
And lays it in,
the new line.
Yeah, I've heard of those things.
And then they can extract the bits of the old line and then you've got this new line, so they only have to then connect it at the house, and then at the
Boy, this is a crock of horse shit. Somebody bribed some city councilors to pass that damn zoning law.
What they said was that we have galvanized pipe, and no one repairs galvanized pipe according to Columbus.
I can't believe you got galvanized pipe. I have now. I've got 3. Now I bet you they want you to take you down from 3/8, which is fine, down to a 1/4 inch.
So I did some reading.
Yeah.
And the house was built in 41, and back in 41 they're all using galvanized. Because of the availability of materials, they use galvanized pipe.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Given that you're going to be paying, massive top dollar for this, and it's going to be far more than $1,500 now from what you're telling me.
This guy wants to replace it with steel, a steel pipe.
I would suggest you replace it with copper.
Well, yeah, I kind of assumed they would.
Well, there's copper up the corner house, 3/8 inch copper.
Yeah.
Well, talk to him about it. Since you're not paying for the water that's leaking, screw it. Let it leak.
So,
who the hell cares? Your neighbors might, but who the hell cares?
Can you stop videotaping this? Because I really don't want this conversation public. But
okay. Well, that happens when you do something to your sciatic nerve. I've had that a couple times. Well, 3 times actually. So's Paul.
So then I couldn't walk. At more of a pace than about maybe 2 inches per step. And that happened in October, so I started seeing a chiropractor, which I have seen multiple times, who was, by the way, 10 times more helpful than my primary care doc. But I got really ticked at him. I thought he was... it seemed like I had to go too many times. Like, I went a lot. We spent like $600 on the chiropractor last year, and it seemed like a lot to me. So I go to see my primary care doc, and she's like, well, you need physical therapy and some x-rays. I'm like, well, I've had some x-rays. He read them because he took them. So they weren't read by a radiologist, and he said all sorts of interesting things. And we can go there later. But I don't understand what a physical therapist will do outside of what I already do for myself with yoga and the exercises that he told me to do. But I'll go. So I call for this physical therapy referral, and I basically think that physical therapists are I think they're more detrimental to your longevity and quality of life.
Well, I think they killed my dad, so
yeah, I think they're horrific. Yeah. And so when I saw one time when I was pregnant with Carter, they did so much damage to me. I couldn't walk for like a week.
Well, that's because you have somebody with a Columbus State degree saying I'm a physical therapist now. I'm going to move some shit around.
No, they have a master's degree.
Oh no.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Some do.
They all are supposed to. So.
Any more degrees in the United States don't mean crap.
Well, okay, so let's bring the point full circle. So I see my primary care doc. She's like, go do PT, and you should take Celebrex. I take one, and Tom... Yeah, I know. And I come home, and Tom goes, did she talk to you about the side effects of Celebrex? And I was like, no. He goes, you can't drink on that. And I'm like,
oh.
Well, okay, I hate that gesture.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't use that when you're in my presence again.
I still love it.
It's a standard gesture among guys.
I understand that. So, anywho...
I'm sorry to have offended you.
So I go back in to... so I call to get this referral, and no one calls me. And it's like a week and a half, and then my back hurts, and I can't walk. And I'm like, well, F everyone. I'm going back to Dr. So-and-so, because I can walk when I see him, and I can't otherwise. So I go back and see him, and I tell him the whole story, and he goes... I've been through this 3 times, not with me. He goes, you're not responding. He's like, you need to see an orthopedist. And he goes, and you need an MRI. And I'm like, well, I need a referral for that. And he goes, I'll do it. I'm like, you can do that? And he goes, yes. So I got my MRI.
Excellent.
So I have my lumbar spine MRI.
Yeah.
And I get it back, and I look at all the pictures, and of course, knowing how I am compulsively, ridiculously OCD.
They're incredibly wonderful pictures, aren't they?
They are, and
yeah.
I went ahead and logged online and taught myself how to, as the best I can without a medical degree, read it.
You don't really even need to. I mean, they're self-explanatory. They look like an anatomy textbook.
So, mine does, with the exception of one thing.
Yeah.
So I have disc degenerative disease between L4 and L5.
Yeah.
I called out a herniation. He looked at it and said, no, it has to be more than 2 millimeters out to be a herniation. Yours isn't even 1.
Yeah.
He goes, however, that is pushing in on that nerve where it comes through, which is what's causing the inflammation, which is what's causing your pain. He goes, I think you should see this orthopedist. He gave me a referral.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to be on prednisone. He goes, you need a course of prednisone.
Now they could do a little epidural steroids.
And that's what he said.
Yeah.
And I was like, does that hurt? And he goes, sometimes.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily have to be epidural. They could do it out on the, go down onto the transverse process and inject it.
Yep, they said that too.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't met with the orthopedist yet. My appointment is.
Those actually, the people I've talked to that have had this problem, I'd say somewhere over, almost 70% of the folks
respond.
They respond fairly well to it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful. I've actually been fine lately.
I'd probably rather have it drop down on my transverse process and have it sort of deposited in the area of what's been discovered than into my, just outside my fecal sac, and certainly not into my fecal sac.
If you shoot me with that, you will never see that toy again.
Did you?
Harder to shot an arrow.
Did you see my remark about gun control as far as his firearm, his toy firearm the other day?
We participate in trigger safety at all times.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no. So when he runs around with those guns, we work on maintaining safety. He's gotten better about it.
I had a number of toy guns growing up, and
I know you did.
But it was always made clear to me that I had to treat them as if they were real guns and use the same rules of gun safety.
Well, so the plan here with these Nerf guns is that essentially, once he proves to me that he can manage these toy Nerf guns, at that point I will maybe think about teaching him to shoot. But I'm not gonna do it if the boy can't manage a Nerf.
Well, no, I mean it's the earliest I think it's reasonable to try to teach kids to shoot is somewhere between 8 and 9, and that may be pushing it.
I was 6 when you taught me.
Well, but you were.
I was a late 6.
Yeah, but you were, and that wasn't really teaching you. That was just, sort of browbeating you and giving you a chance. And I don't think the next time was for another while, was it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you let me shoot this single shot 22. You had off bolt action 22.
Yeah.
You had off the back of the deck.
I don't know where I got that. Must have been some nonsense that Gary sold me or some bullshit. Yeah.
It's a great teaching tool.
Yeah, no.
It was a great teaching tool.
Right, no. That's exactly what you want to.
It was single shot, bolt action 22. You open it up, you drop the round into the breech, you close it up. I mean, great teaching gun.
Right. Oh, it is. Yeah.
Other than the fact that you still have a round that goes quite.
Well, I mean, it's I was right next to you. I was going to be sure you weren't going to let that muzzle go up over into bad distance.
Yeah, no. So it was fine. So record this entire interaction on the screen.
I'm sure there's a lot of apps that I can record.
It's cheap. It's like, I think there's a couple of free ones.
Well, you know, I'm a cheap so-and-so.
Carter, is your finger off that trigger?
Hold it alongside the trigger
Your
guard.
finger stays off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Do not point that weapon at me.
You do not point that at anything you do not intend to destroy.
Now, the problem with this particular training method is that from time to time, he and I do like to have battles with these little Nerf guns.
Well,
So,
see,
it lends itself to training.
yeah, we didn't use Nerf guns. We had cap guns, you know, growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and non-cap guns. Actually, there was a so it was called a Fanner 50.
I remember playing with a lot of your toys
Yeah.
when I visit.
I remember even some still down in the basement, you know, that have
No,
survived.
they were out in that sunroom area.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Stop it.
Well, maybe my mother, you know, who knows? She got rid of a lot of things that were actually sort of like, you know, manly.
Well, visiting your grandmother's house when I was a child, when I was Carter's age and 7 and 8 years old.
All traces of my dad had been removed.
Well, okay, but from the standpoint of a child,
Yeah.
that sunroom was like Toy Vana.
Oh, the back room area. You know, we call that the back porch.
Okay, the back room,
Yeah,
because that
yeah.
had like all these like great cowboy guns
Yeah.
and all sorts of like toy cannons,
Yeah.
all kinds of junk.
Well, those things got moved out into the so-called garage, which was basically sort of the backdoor
Well, they're
shed.
ruined now.
Yeah.
Which is sad because nowadays those would go for quite a bit.
Oh, don't do that you know, collector's crap. You know, oh, I could sell it for so much stuff that your mother does.
Well, all right.
I mean,
I
really
didn't
don't.
offend you.
Well, you're not offending me. It's just, you know, you either buy this stuff because you like it, or you don't. It's not some sort of investment.
No, but you don't stick it out into a garage either where it's going to rust.
Well, it's not so much that, but the animals will eat it and destroy it.
Oh yeah, there's that.
I guess there's a lot of weasels and groundhogs and things that like plastic toys.
Do you want me to start beating you with this? Well, stop. I'm gonna hurt. You're gonna get hurt. I won't feel that bad about it either.
What are you doing? What's he doing?
He's messing with me.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on 1
Yeah.
minute.
Guess what? Guess what? Let's see. He's 6 now. In about 6 or 7 years, he's going to be messing with you a lot more. I don't know. Will you send him out here to stay with me for a while?
In about 6 or 7 years, I'll be able to curtail this in
Like-
a physical way that I can't really do.
Like your mother sent you out to me.
Oh, she didn't send me out there.
Oh, did you flee the kingdom?
You remember the story.
I remember the story very well. I also remember I had to drive you around the juvenile court up in Delaware County and go to the driving school thing with you.
I didn't get sent out there. I came out there of my own free will.
Oh, okay. Well, we're all free. Well, I won't go into the rest of that phrase because it's such a great phrase, but it's now very politically incorrect.
I don't want to get into the deep nitty gritty of it, but I mean, if you recall,
Yes.
there was a staged sort of diary
Yes.
that was deliberately meant to incite my mother's fury.
Oh, no,
which I
no,
told
that's right. No,
ahead of time.
and you pulled that crap on me when you lived out here too.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did because I went in and read your shit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And well, I mean, I'm not gonna argue about it. I mean, I know.
Well, no, there's no point. Well, there's no point arguing about it. I mean, I went in and investigated all your shit when you were at school, you know, and that's at the same time that I brought in the uneaten cereal bowl with milk left in it.
Yeah, but there is no staged business, no.
Okay. Oh, well, so maybe that was real I was reading.
Whatever you were reading was real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. The only thing I staged was the fake stuff for Mom. Which
That was pretty.
incite her.
Well, I didn't really read that part. I read the stuff that I thought you had left for me.
No, the stuff that you were probably reading was the real stuff because I ditched the fake stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more pleased then that you were doing that. Good
Hold
for
on
you.
Hang on 1 second. Can you
One
hang on 1 second?
Yeah, 1 second one.
Carter, I need you to knock it off. I want you to play, but stop messing with me while I'm trying to talk to Granddad. You understand? Listen to me. Look at me in the eye. Look at me in the eye.
Or tell him to sit alongside you. Tell him to sit alongside you and just
Stop
listen.
messing with me. If you want to come and talk with Granddad, then come talk with Granddad.
Well, or here's an idea. Come along and sit with your dad and just listen.
No.
That's not how people do it nowadays?
No. That's how I would love to do it.
I imagine you would, yeah.
You know, but
That's how I was. See, instantaneously when I was given that idea and insight, it changed my life. Thank you, Uncle Willard.
Yeah, but that's more in-person thing.
Well,
You're
that's what
also
I'm saying. Well, no.
well, you're also a unique intellect.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I don't think so. I've come to realize I'm a relatively, above average intellect, but not particularly unique in any sense.
Your perception of things is very average, but your ability to dissect and think things through, given enough time, is remarkably above average.
Well, see, it takes me. See, that's why I always keep saying I'm very slow in the uptake, and I am. No, over time I tend to.
Apparently not with Uncle Willard.
Well, Uncle Willard always made his points very, very clear.
Well, there you go.
I was the son he never had. He was the guy that took me out when I caught my first pike there in Michigan. It was 2 inches undersized, so I hope the Michigan Department of Natural Resources isn't watching this. And
I'm sure the statute of limitations.
The statute of limitations, that's run out.
Probably run out.
It was 18 inches rather than 20 inches.
I don't think the MDNR is going to come after you now. No.
Yeah. Paul says, give me a break.
Thought you were a kid.
Well, I was 9.
Well,
There you go.
Well, and he was got as much of a kick about as if I'd been my dad was out with Uncle Frank in the other boat. I always felt so guilty about accepting any hospitality from either of those folks because they could afford to rent the boats and things and well, Uncle Frank had his own boat and we couldn't, and I always felt so bad about accepting that hospitality.
Well, you shouldn't feel bad about it. I mean, they've got the boat. Let's use it. Right?
Yeah, I know, but I still felt well, how I am about feeling that people are going to be beholden, or I have to be beholden to people.
Well, yeah.
Although I think I tried to turn it down for you a bit, but maybe not.
If you've got the boat, and you've got the money to have the boat, and you're going to take the boat out anyway,
yeah,
it doesn't make much difference if you've got the 9-year-old on the boat with you, right?
Yeah, no, my mother went out with Uncle Frank there. They went down to, he took her down to, he took her over to, that new lake there on, the creek they dammed up and destroyed all these people's houses there just off the Little Miami River.
I dropped a bottle cap.
Oh, well, that's just as well because my high def recording just stopped because it stops after a while.
Oh, that's a bummer.
What's that? It's not Clear Creek.
Stop.
Not Clear Creek. Not Cowan Creek. It's
Don't put that in my face, dude. I told you what would happen, didn't I? Hang on a minute.
No, I understand.
I just had to crack the boy on the butt.
I understand. Carry on. What's that joint down there by Harveysburg in that lake? Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Did that hurt? Well, I'm sorry. Come on. You alright? No. Well, don't put things in people's faces then. I warned you not to put that in my face, didn't I? I warned you not to go putting that thing in my face, didn't I? No. Are you alright? You want me to put you down?
Yes.
These things happen, Carter.
Yeah, they do.
Just,
Are you gonna put things in my face again? No, I know.
just listen to your dad because your dad knows what's best for you up until around the age of maybe I'd say 14, 15, maybe 16.
Well, I know what's best for him. I just know that it won't happen.
Well, I mean, one has to choose realistic, possibilities in terms of, one's child.
Look at me. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Be not a drama queen, Carter.
Hold on 1 second here. You're a good boy. Get off my leg. No. I have to sit down though. Yes, I do. All right, we're good. That was his first actual. Don't do that. That was his first actual crack on the butt ever. So that's what that was about.
What was that? It was just like obviously it's not a severe thing, obviously.
No.
He's still functional.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh yeah.
He has this little plastic set of golf clubs.
Oh, that's right. No, I wonder what that was. I thought that looked almost like a walking stick.
So he's this little plastic set of golf clubs, and then lately he's been into like sticking this like right in my face.
Well, so would you use like a 4-iron or something?
Well, this was the putter.
The putter?
The putter.
Oh, it didn't look like a putter at all. It looked like a.
I said, don't put that thing near my face.
It looked like an
he did,
iron.
so I took it from him and I gave him a crack on the butt with it.
Perhaps you need to explain to him that you and I don't like anything near our heads or necks.
Neither does he.
Well, then see, he should understand that.
You're fine. Now listen, I'm trying to have a conversation here.
Carter, why don't you go sit up next to your dad and just listen?
Why don't you come up here and sit and listen?
You may be enlightened. Now, as I said, that happened with me when I was 9, so maybe there's about a 3-year gap yet to come on that. But, he's, natural selection is such that, he'll either get it or he won't, and if he doesn't, then he doesn't, and if he does, then perhaps there'll be another male cruising down the line
No.
somewhere.
He's very, very smart. It just,
he is.
He's also got a little bit of.
I know what you're thinking about. Yep.
I'm not the only genetic contributor to that little equation.
No, I understand.
So he's got an awful lot of piss and vinegar in him.
Yeah, well, and that's fine. Properly channeled. Properly channeled. Yeah.
So.
Where do you think you got all those melanoma genes?
Not from you. I don't know.
I don't know. I think there might have been a couple of there are a number of redheads in the Kerseys that are quasi-redheads and things. It's hard to say.
Mom's got all these guys on her dad's side.
Well, I know that. I mean,
they had all these melanomas.
I mean, that's the obvious side.
Of course, they were all a bunch of sailors and stuff too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Mom's phone went down for a while, so
her phone, like her land phone,
her landline. So AT&T had to go out and fix it, and very similar to your issue. It wasn't her. It was up, up the pole 5 houses down.
Yeah, some other so and so up the way. Yeah.
And moisture had gotten in there, and it was
What is this thing with moisture? Wrap some fucking desiccant around it, guys.
Well,
you can imagine the tizzy that this caused.
Oh, I imagine it was a hell of a tizzy.
Yeah. So the neighbor across the street, Al, called me.
Oh yes.
Had to fill me in. Your mom's got this, and she's gonna call you this and this and. So, actually, now that I think about it, I get, shit. I guess I was supposed to go over there today.
Oh, really? What for?
Well, she's had some computer problems.
Oh, well, yeah, like she gives a damn about her computer problems unless she's changed markedly since last April.
Wait! Speak of it now!
No! Oh, let's see this right now.
All right.
Come on.
Hello? Hi, how are you? No, I'm not coming. We got caught up in a whole bunch of business today, Mom, and I just couldn't make it. Mom, God bless it. I'm so sorry. What can I say?
Pot Jake Kelly.
I will.
Pot Jake Kelly.
So,
I love doing that.
I can swing by tomorrow and have a look at it and see what's going on. I mean, I'm sure it's something very, very simple. Well, I'm sure it's something that you've done. So I'll
Well, not necessarily.
No, Mom, it's not like you're it's not like you're on the computer, all the time. So
there are a couple of downloads you might need to have. Okay, I understand. She can't hear me anyway, because she's deaf as a post. It's sad, because she really is a reasonable person with all her senses intact.
Well, now, Mom, can I ask you a question? Have you done anything to try to figure it out? Did you try to click on some things and try to figure some things out?
Mommy, Daddy.
Carter needs to get his own Facebook channel.
All right, well, I'll come over and look at it tomorrow, I promise. I will come over tomorrow and look at it tomorrow, I promise. I will probably bring Carter with me, yes.
Carter and I could Facebook.
Oh, great.
Or FaceTime or whatever.
Reach for my door, so... All right, I'm sorry. Excuse me, yes, we went to see the baby last week.
The baby.
She's small and
oh, yeah, she's a baby.
But 5.5 pounds, and she's great.
Well, that's right. She's alive. She's doing well.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
And she's long.
I will. All right. I love you. Bye-bye. Thank you. No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
So, basically, will you... God damn it.
Carter,
Dad,
how are you?
no,
Where's Carter?
Will you really just stop? Can you, stop videotaping our conversation?
Okay.
That'd be great.
All right.
Something that you learned.
What kind of
Count by
math?
tens.
Can you count by tens for your granddad?
10, 20, 5, 10.
No, count by tens.
No, that's 5, 10. 15.
Count by tens.
Is that, I want to count
10.
by
20.
I want to count to the 5, 10 like that.
Count by fives.
Well, you do 5.
Count by fives.
Yeah.
That's fine.
5, 10,
15.
5, 10, 15, 20,
20,
25, 30, 35,
40,
40, 45,
50,
55,
60,
65,
70,
70, 75,
80,
80, 85,
90.
90, 95, 100.
Nice.
Yay!
Very good job.
That's how.
110.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
No, but
It's an order.
okay.
Now let's do serial subtraction by 7 from 100.
No.
Now Kelly will tell you that, of course, that's the standard dementia test.
It is.
Serial sevens,
is.
backwards from 100.
That what from 100?
Yeah.
By sevens?
Yeah.
By
so-
prime numbers?
well, no, like, so you'd have 100, then 93, and then, let's see, 7 from 93 is 86.
What?
And then, so then,
6. And then
yeah,
you
so
have
serial sevens.
71.
That's kind of like, like the gold standard for dementia.
It is.
See?
Yes.
She deals with this. She's quality review.
Yeah. I'm not quality review, Joe.
Oh, not anymore. No, you're
It's
doing.
quality improvement.
Oh, okay. Well, we all have needs to improve.
How was your trip to the bottle store? Let's talk about your trip to the bottle store.
I saw like 40 neighbors, and that's why it took me so long.
I was kind of wondering if you were like dead.
Well, no, Lord knows. Well, I always figure if somebody's dead, you eventually get a call.
Well, yes. No, I'm not dead.
Although Paul was laying down at the end of the road there for a while, and I didn't get a call. So.
I did meet some of the most lovely canines on my way.
Oh, good.
I met Bella,
Look at yourself.
the
Look at yourself in the
12-year-old
video.
yellow lab.
Look at yourself.
Oh, neat.
I met
Look at yourself in the picture.
Kara, the 3-year-old husky.
Yeah.
And then I met Capital, and I don't know what he
Oh,
was.
Capital. What an interesting name.
So,
Did you meet Merrick Coleman?
No,
Oh.
not this time.
No, it's all right. We'll just keep on talking because you'll just keep doing this all day.
Oh, well, that's
Why
fine
don't
by
you just
me.
listen to what we're talking about?
Say, Papa, or I'm sorry, Dad.
All right. At some point, you're going to run out of stuff to do.
Making faces of themselves.
Now I'll tell you something here, Carter. I downloaded this app game from the Apple Store called.
Let's get Granddad.
I downloaded this app game from the Apple Store called Extreme Landings Pro. It was only $10, I think.
How much? I've been wanting to download this.
I think it was $10, and I haven't played it yet because I want to get into the exact right frame of mind. Now there was one upload that came in after I had purchased it here I purchased it, about 2.5 months ago, and it was just after some of these plane wrecks and things, and. But it seems so realistic. Well, see, one of these gamer guys reviewed it, and I normally don't watch these gamer videos at all because they bore the snot out of me.
Carter loves the gamer video.
They bore the crap out of me, I'll tell you that. But anyway, this seemed reasonable, so I ordered the thing, or I bought the thing, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Will you listen? Sit still and listen. You know your granddad's talking to you.
I'm sure
You're
he's.
looking at
I'm
this.
sure it's registering. He's just not going to admit it. Ah, see, I struck a nerve. Ah.
I want to say
Oh, no. You don't get to interrupt our conversation.
I think
You can participate in the conversation.
I think Carter and I are a lot more than what
Move your hand. I'll hurt you.
Yeah. What Carter needs to learn is how to sit down and be quiet and shut up for a while.
Yes, thank God. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it?
But which it took me a while to do too. But I think he and I are intellectually, in terms of how our heads work, pretty much fairly similar.
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
Carter basically, yeah. What are you doing, Kelly?
I'm going to make us a little pizza.
Kelly's going to make us a little pizza.
Oh, outstanding. Oh,
We
outstanding.
still have pepperoni left, Kelly.
Well, we had some
We're gonna have a little
pepperoni last
homemade
night too for a while until we scarfed it down.
We're going to have a little homemade pepperoni pizza, I think.
You can watch that on my story from last night.
No.
Later.
No. Stop asking. I'm going to say no every time.
Maybe.
I might have to go do some child work here.
I understand.
Yes, what do you need?
Just messing with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess with you in a minute here, buddy. You're not gonna like what happens either.
Well, it was good to chat.
Dad,
Kelly, it's so wonderful, and Carter, it was good to see you, and so forth, and all that kind of stuff. And
yes, I will see you soon. And,
I do hope this water thing gets done, if nothing else, just for your neighbors,
well, fortunately, it's not affecting the neighbors too terribly much.
Oh, that's good. Well, it should. I mean, it's not in the main thing under the street,
Well,
presumably. Right.
The first 25% of my front yard is flooded.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, I'm going to hiccup now.
But the majority of the water that is spilling over the curb into the drain, so it's not like ruining my neighbor's yard either.
All right. Well, that's, yeah. Well, it's.
Well, because I don't want to ruin my neighbor's yard.
Well, no. Yeah. Nobody wants to
So we're
screw their
good.
neighbors.
Well, Dad, I'm going to get out the horn and deal with the boy.
Well, it's been Gayla. Carter, God bless you.
God bless you.
And Kelly, God bless you.
I will see you soon.
And be seeing you, as we say.
seeing Carter, say goodbye to your
Probably
granddad.
on Wednesday. Now, you're not going to be there on Wednesday, probably, right?
Say goodbye, Granddad.
Goodbye, Granddad.
Bye, Carter.
Not like foothills.
Now, so,
Not that you're videotaping this.
well,
What's he talking about?
I'm not sure what that meant.
I'm digitizing.
Okay.
Now Wednesday, is this service going to be? Are you guys, or just will this be me showing up and?
So Wednesday,
Yeah.
Kelly, help Granddad out here. So it's Wednesday. It's an all-school mass.
Yeah.
Kelly's going. The mass begins at 9.
Oh, okay. All right. So Kelly will be there.
It's 9 a.m., right?
I'll know
So
somebody.
Kelly will be there.
I'll know somebody. Okay.
Kelly's parents may be there.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Carter's
Excellent.
presenting the gifts
Yes.
at the presentation of the gift.
Yeah, or as the Protestants call it, the bread and the wine. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kelly, is there anything else he needs to know?
That's it.
Well, there it is. Well,
So should he
Gayla.
look for you in the church or
Yes. Actually, I'll probably wait for him outside.
Oh,
Alright, so
no,
Kelly, what
I
do
would
you
recommend
outside
you not
where?
do that. I may just sort of slip into the back.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, by your command.
9 a.m. Kelly will be there. Look for Kelly.
Yeah. I shall.
And Carter will present the gifts if you desire to show up. And
Well, I mean, that's my plan is to do that. Yeah.
well, all right. I can't go. I have to work.
No, I know. And as I said, short of some assholes roaming around the place, sticking in sticks, I'll be there too. Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Well, God bless you, Dad.
All right.
I'll see you soon.
Watch my shit. You'll understand a lot of stuff.
Oh, I get it.
You got homework.
God bless, Dad.
I think I've driven off most of the straight people from my Facebook page. It's
Oh,
great.
thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.